Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by
Thaen Rasmussen from the TRP, Thaen Rasmussen Project.
I love your album. I've only had it like a couple of days, been listening to it. It's been released a short while ago. What's the general feedback been like then so far from fans and media?
It seems to be pretty good, fairly favorable, which is a good thing,
Are you intending to head out on tour?
Not quite yet. Basically, we're seeing how things go. It sort of has to be strategic and worthwhile to do. We're not going to just hop in a van and just go for it. I'm not 20 something anymore. You know what I mean? So, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to put together a record release show, but that's probably not going to happen until March because we're heading into the holidays and kind of starting to prepare for that. And I'm going to be out of town in January. There's some things going on, so rehearsals wouldn't start until February. I'm actually coming to the UK and to my dad's having an art show there. Cool. He lives in Ireland, and so we're going to come over around I think the 25th of January. So that'll be interesting. I've only ever been in and out of the airports there.
If one of the songs from the album could appear on a show or a film, which one would you choose? And what sort of film or show would it be on?
Oh, geez. I hadn't really thought of that, but I think Fire Burns Blue would be a good one. It has like a cinematic quality to it. Somebody mentioned that it reminded them, or they thought, hey, that should be on Stranger Things. And I was like, sure, why not? So yeah, that's probably the one that has that kind of vibe to it. But it depends on what it would be, and I haven't really thought about that.
If you do get out on the road, who would be the ultimate band to go on tour with?
I really hadn't thought about that either. Who would that be? I kind of like when tour packages are a little varied.
Yeah.
So it's not all the same exact kind of music, kind of thing. Yeah, hard to say. Yeah, it really is. I don't know. We just have to play that one as it comes. There's no plan. You know what I mean? And I don't have one in particular in mind. There's some friends I have in Europe and stuff that I wouldn't mind playing with, like Hammerfall.
Yeah.
Toured with them back in 11, 12. 2011, 2012. Really cool guys. I could see doing something with them. That would be cool. It has to do with people, and sometimes more than music, since you're hanging around with them for long periods of time, doing it.
Can you tell me a little bit then about your time with Vicious Rumours, and what would you say was one of the biggest highlights playing with them?
I think that what pops to mind is playing Bang Your Head Festival in Germany.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the most fun weekends because we basically just flew over for the weekend. It was a long weekend, but I'd say that was probably one of the highlights for me. Besides touring, we did a lot of touring in Europe and beyond. But yeah, I'd say that was it.
Are you still friendly with Vicious Rumours guys?
I haven't talked to them in quite a long time.
Right.
Yeah. There's no problems, no animosity. You know what I mean? I wish them well. Yeah, they're still rolling along, I think.
Absolutely they are, yeah. Back in time, can you remember the first time you ever stood on a stage and how it felt?
I think one thing pops up to mind. I'm not going to really say what it is, but it was nerve-wracking because it was still, but it was before I started playing clubs and stuff. So I don't think it was that fun. Maybe it was fun when it was all said and done, but you know, it took a while to get used to that. I think I was a little more nervous on stage even when we started playing clubs, you know, in the early 80s and stuff like that. Hard to get acclimated, wasn't moving around much, you know what I mean? It's pretty crazy, but you start getting it after a while. And I was probably a bit of a late bloomer. It took a while for me to get comfortable, you know, and to dig it and not worry about it, you know. Yeah.
So going back to the album, what's next? Are you going to be releasing any singles, videos, anything else like that soon?
Well, there's 2 video singles right now for Surreal and Full Tilt that are up on YouTube. And, you know, it's nothing with people in the band kind of thing, just like a visual stuff. And my buddy, John Simon, who also plays keyboards on the record, helped me put them together. And it was just basic, you know, it's less expensive to do. A lot of bands do it, you know, lyric videos, blah, blah, blah. And better than having just a picture of something in the song playing. So there's actually some visuals to it. And I think it looks pretty neat. We're going to probably drop another one in the coming weeks for Fire Burns Blue. You know, I'll try to keep putting one up every month or so, you know, just to keep it rolling kind of deal, you know.
So you started like back in the 80s. Are you glad you started out in the music business when you did rather than these days of the internet?
I think it was more difficult back then. And certain aspects of it were more difficult. Connecting with people and the whole record company scene, it was harder to do your own recordings and releases kind of thing. So that has gotten easier to do. But it's also gotten more crowded since more people are doing it. There's just so many bands, and anybody can put out a record now. Yeah. So that it's a double-edged sword, I think.
Absolutely. Know? Yeah.
But you know, a lot of the technology and stuff has really helped people do recordings and, you know, and write and stuff like that, especially myself. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Can you complete this sentence for me then? Everybody needs TRP in their lives because.
Well, because you know, I don't know if everybody needs TRP in their life, but you know, one can only hope that a lot of people will dig the stuff that we're doing, you know, and that I'm doing. And that's all you can really hope for, you know. Besides lightning in the bottle, but you know, we'll see what happens.
Okay, man. Okay, so it's 5 questions now, either or either. So the first one is small, intimate gig or festival?
Well, they're both great, but I think I'll pick the festival because I enjoy the energy of it. Of that, yeah, I'd say I'll pick that one.
Yeah. Vinyl or digital?
Vinyl or digital? I haven't heard a record in a long time. I think I have a record player somewhere, but nowhere to set it up. But there's, you know, digital's gotten better, I think, and there's ways of it's become, you know, not as sterile, not as cold as it was when it first started, I think, and there's ways of making it sound as good, you know, or, you know, I'm sure everybody has their opinion on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Heaven or hell?
What?
Heaven or hell?
Oh, we played with Heaven and Hell at the Bang Your Head Festival.
Right. Okay, good answer. That's a good answer. All right then.
With Dio.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good answer.
That was quite fun.
So, did you get to meet? Did you get to chat to Ronnie James Dio then?
I didn't myself. I think a couple other guys did.
Cool.
I was busy in the bar.
All right. So
Talking. Go ahead.
Next one is pizza or beer?
Beer.
All right. Cool. Okay, and the final one is who would you rather be stuck in a lift with, Joe Biden or Kermit the Frog?
Kermit the Frog. It's not easy being green. You know?
It's not, dude. It's not. I want to thank you for your time. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody and all as soon as possible, and do some rocking.